Hey, so I thought I would go into a little more detail about how to do the interview with the surgeon. I've been through a few of them in the past. I've had 9 separate surgeries with 9 completely different surgeons. So I cannot stress to you enough the value of a frank and open and honest conversation. The last time you want to have any kind of surprises come up is when everything's already gone through. You're laying on a table and he's cut you open, and now you realize that there's a very, very big problem with how he's going to be treating you. You don't want to do that. We want to take care of it ahead of time. So the first thing we want to talk about is exactly what the procedure will entail. In the case of the surgeon I'm going through, he said, he's going to address my abdominal muscles. He's going to cinch them down like a corset. He's going to tighten up the skin. He addressed what was going on with the belly button, and he talked about the pain that would possibly be involved in that. Those same questions, if you will recall, I posed to an earlier plastic surgeon who came up with a totally different approach. And had I not asked that exact question, I could have spent $5,000 more on a third of the treatment. So definitely do your homework. Talk to the doctor about that ahead of time. It's a real easy way to not only save yourself time and pain, but unnecessary work, or God forbid you have to go get the fix later on. We don't want to do that. Second thing you want to talk about is anything that's unusual about your medical conditions. If you have arthritis, that would impede your mobility, and it's also another issue where you really don't necessarily want to be immobile all the time. Sometimes those kind of issues, it takes us a long time to go build that up. Talk to your doctor about that. If you have constipation, talk to your doctor about that. As weird as it sounds, general anesthesia knocks out lots more than your head. So if you struggle with issues like that, talk to your doctor about that. He might give you some different suggestions on how to handle that. If you have addiction issues, allergies, if you have a family member in your home that struggles with addictions, talk to your physician your surgeon about that. Sometimes it might not be the best idea for you to bring in opiates or narcotics into your home, even if you're not the one that's going to be, having an issue with it. And it's not always necessary. I'm telling you, I'm going to go through my entire surgery without either one of them. And unless you're watching this later on and, I'm laying down on a bed screaming, why? It's going to be fine. I am 100% confident that's going to happen, but, you'll know. Anyway, point is to talk to your doctor about any of those kind of things ahead of time. If there's a religious thing that they have to know about for one thing or another. And there's all sorts of religions out there. Mine is not one that's going to have these issues, and I do not pretend to know everything about yours. If there's anything that kind of pops in your head, talk to your surgeon. Now's the time to do that. Another thing to keep in mind is that our racial backgrounds. As awful as this sounds, because you would really think that in today's society we would have this fixed by now, but I do have an advantage in the fact that every single surgeon, every single doctor, every single hospital, clinic, personal physician, ambulance driver, first responder has always had plenty of training and education and knowledge and experience dealing with people who look just like me. That is not the case, frustratingly and horribly so, for my black and brown sisters. So bring that up. Talk to your doctor about that. It is okay, it's valid, and you need to do it just to make sure you're safe and you're comfortable. So not white-splaining any of it, validating, but it could be just as easy as saying, hey, listen, there's a lot of medical misconceptions that are out there for people of different racial backgrounds. How do you plan on addressing my pain if I have discomfort? And then sit back and watch. If the doctor gives you any kind of hesitation, any kind of stammer, okay, better not, he or she better not roll their eyes at you. But if there's anything that just makes you feel uncomfortable, cut bait. Go to somebody else. If you're a friend or a family member who is going with your loved one who's about to have the surgery, if you're their little support person, make sure that question's asked. We don't want to find out at the last minute that your loved one or you are going to be put in any unnecessary pain because some pinhead can't figure out that he needs to treat you as a person instead of something he's heard about once or twice before. So don't tolerate that. You absolutely should not. Along the same line, as far as our gender is treated, make sure your privacy is respected. Is the area clean? Is he treating you, or is he treating you appropriately, or is she treating you appropriately? As your support person allowed to be with you as much as possible? Make sure that those things are addressed. Those are important. You're way more than just a body on a table or another medical bill to be filled. If you have any kind of weird vibes at all, now's a good time to say thank you very much. I'll get back to you and keep looking. Anyway, so I hope this is helpful for you. Just a reminder, I am not a medically trained doctor. I don't pretend to be one on TV. I'm just recording my own experiences, trying to have a conversation and give as much of a different perspective to anybody else who's thinking about going through these kind of procedures. And like I said, if you take a look at this and it helps you out at all, that's great. If you take a look at all of this and go, whoa, that is totally not for me, that's all right too. We're totally good with that. Anyway, I'll talk to you later on. Bye.